Hey guys, I'm Tony Alden, and today I want to talk about reading code and specifically reading Emacs Lisp code. So this is something I do believe is really important, maybe underestimating, but spending time reading code makes us better programmers. So to make a comparison, if you are a novel writer, maybe what you want to read are novel books, maybe other books, but you sure that you read a lot of novels. If you are an academic person, maybe you are going to read a lot about economics books. And if you are a programmer or you want to extend some of the parts of Emacs, the best thing that you can do and I can do is to read a lot of Emacs Lisp code. So this is my point. So next, to tell about the opportunity and the chance that we have now in 2022 regarding Emacs and learning how to extend it. If we were in the late 70s or 80s when Emacs was creating, building, and there was almost nothing and everything to do. So it was, I don't know because I wasn't there, but sure that maybe you don't have a lot of opportunity to read existing packages because you were creating those packages, and now we have the chance to have all of those packages, and we can learn from the previous generations of Emacs programmers. And if you want to stop watching the video, you get the point right now that we have an enormous chance to learn from our past fellow Emacs programmers. So now I want to show you how I approach reading code, and there are two ways I do it. So the first one is a random way, so I just jump into the Emacs code repositories and I take some topics or some files and I start to read. So I do it a lot during the day or before going to sleep, or anyway, as much as I can. So this is one way to learn how to write on the Emacs Lisp code, or another way that is that maybe this one is more practical, that you start with one command or one key binding that you have that do a behavior that you want to change a little bit. So what we can do is to try to know, okay, what this binding is bound to what command, and then look for that command in the Emacs repository, or if that command is from another packaging elsewhere, you can do it the same, but in other repositories, and then from that extracting the information and maybe tweaking around that function. So now we are going to see the both way of doing it. Bear with me. I hope you will get value from this video, and if you get value, please subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. So let's go. So now I am in that. I am here in that terminal, and you can see at the top that I've already cloned the Emacs repository. So if I do ls, I have the node that you were seeing before and the Emacs repository. We just go inside it and we are using the command clock that counts the line of code, just to show you that this is amazing how we, if you're not the maintainer of everything that all of that code, you can see it in another way. So it's a chance, an opportunity to learn a lot. So we are going to clock here and to have the number of line of code of in that repository. So I'm on master and I've just cloned it. So we have everything there. So it's not only about Emacs Lisp. There is a ton of part of Emacs that are written in C, so you can also extend it directly in that part and learn a lot about C too. So you can see here for Lisp we have two 2100 files more or less, and we have more than 1 million lines. So it's huge, the opportunity to learn. And there here for C we have around 350,000 350,000 lines of code, and this is it. So now, okay, so I'm using BFS, which is a simple interface to browse the file system as a ranger. So here we have we are in the directory Emacs, and we can see everything there is. So we have the here the Lisp directory, and you can see. Okay, so you can see all the files on the right that there is. If we want, we can go to source. You also have in the source directory all of those C things. So if you want to understand better how buffers are implemented, you can see here we have the file buffer. And what I was just telling you is that you see the date. It's just amazing. It's from 85 this file. So we have a lot to learn from our past Emacs Lisp programmers. So let's go back to Lisp directory. And now let's say that you want to learn about diode file, because you are using it and you want to go there. So just you jump into it, and there you can scroll down and read as you want there. So you can also toggle the visibility and pick any function that you want. Maybe the revert buzzer, and you can start to read some, maybe widen, what is widen. So now what you can do, because if you read it inside Emacs, you can describe that function, Control H F to describe it. We describe widen, so we have it. And now, okay, remove restriction of the narrowing from current buffer. So you can go do those kind of things, and that's it. So this is for the random reading, and really you can pick things and try them. So now let's go back to our not buffer. I want to show you something that more practical. That is, you have a command that does something, that a key binding that does something, but you want to change it a little bit. So we are going to look at control delete, that delete a word forward. So foo bar base, foo 1 bar 1 base 1. So we have this, and the command, so control delete, I'm sure you know it, delete the word. So I delete one, I delete the other one, maybe I call it with a universal argument with the number, let's say 3, no 2, to delete the next two words, and it did it with the -1. So it depends on how words are counting, are defined. So now you know the key binding, so you know control delete, but you don't know. I tell you that here that this function, this key binding called key word, but let's say that you don't know, and this is often the case because you've learned how to use the Emacs. I say you, but it's the same for me. So we learn how to use Emacs, and we know the key binding, but maybe we don't know the name of the function we are using every day. So now we can do Control H and K, and now did I press K? Maybe yes. We are going to try, and now we are going to press the key binding. Okay, so this is not what I did. So okay, Control H, K, and now you see at the bottom, describe the following key, mouse click or menu item. So now I press Control delete, and it bring me back. It bring me to the help buffer of the command bind to control delete right now. So the command is kill words. So I learned that. Kill characters forward until the end of a word. Okay. What we did, because we know it before, with argument arg, do this that many times. So we've done it 2 or 3 times. I don't remember well before. So now, let's say you are here. You take the words. You go back here and you say, okay, now I want to know more about that function. I want to read its source code, extract it, maybe learn new thing, or maybe extend it. So we go to Emacs. So here we are. So control. Okay, so sorry, so die red, Control XD, and we go there. We are in the Emacs repository, and now we are going to use air grep, which is built in. So I'm using rg.l generally, but I want to do the thing in that video with the tool available out of the box of airgrep. We do it. So now it tells us what do you want to look for in the Emacs source code. So we can pass keywords. I want to look for keywords. Okay, preferably we want the definition, but let's say we look for this in all the .l files. So this is what we do right now. Files matching wildcard. So this is what we choose to do, and we want to do it in the whole Emacs, or maybe we can write directly restrict to the Lisp directory. But we have the choice. Return. And yes, because there are one file that is not saved, so I save it, and all you get all the matches here. So you can see, so it happened here in the rebind. Sometimes it's just part of another variable or command. So here we can see, scroll, with the next and previous error in the occur buffer, and we can see where it is. For instance, we are in the file tutorial.l, and here we see that we see something in obsolete, everything. So in our case, we are more interested when we see this line where is defined, because this is where it is defined. So we can go there and we have the definition here. Okay, so I will narrow to that definition, and this is our function. So there's not much going on. Just that, see, some things are happening, but when you're used to read Emacs Lisp code, there are functions that sometimes have 100, 200, or 300 line of code, or some optimized things that are maybe more difficult to read at the beginning. But I choose for this video to pick one that have not so much information or function here. So we have it. So this is our function. So here, if we don't know what is interactive, the thing that we can do, and I do, is that when you pick every word and you describe it with the help buffer with the function Ctrl H. So before we've done Ctrl H F for a function, but we can do Ctrl H O for a symbol, and this will works either for variable or for function. So interactive, and there we can read and say, okay, specify a way of parsing XML for interactive use of a function, and we have some example. We can learn how to do those things. In that way, basically, it's just that interactive is to make the function interactive, and there is how to interpret the argument when we use the universal argument. Now, kill region. So we might imagine that as we are deleting words, maybe kill region is to kill some part of the buffer. Anyway, Ctrl H O, kill region, we describe, and we have the information there. So kill region from beginning to end, and here is the text between the point and the mark, and we have the other information, and we can do this and on. And as we are inside Emacs, and we can evaluate any expression anywhere, anytime. Here, for instance, point, I can call eval last expression, and you see a number. This is the point where we are in the buffer, where the cursor is. And then we have other things, so prog-eng, forward words, and all of those things that we can do. So here is how we can read the code, and maybe if we want to extend it, and we are not going to. I just copy everything. I don't have to understand everything I'm doing there. So let's go back to our note. Take that function. I will just change. We remove the description here because we are going to change it. Let's say I call it underscore kill words. So this function doesn't exist. What you want to do? Maybe it's let's kill the three words directly. Kill words. No, kill. We're going to kill next three words. Okay, so it's just to see how you can really, you have an ID, your code already exists, pick it, try to understand a bit, but you don't have to understand it to understand every part. Arg, we no longer want arguments because we say that no argument. We remove this one. We are going to kill the region. So point, this one we keep it because this is the beginning of our, you can see at the bottom, begin, end. So this is the beginning. Still the things that we want. Forward words. We haven't looked at this so far. Okay, no worry. Maybe first prog n up. So eval body form sequentially and return value of last one. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that we evaluate this one and then we evaluate that one and we return the value of this one. Okay, fine. But forward word, we imagine that this moves the cursor of the amount we put there. Okay, so but anyway, we are in Emacs. We describe the symbol at point. We have it, and this is exactly what it does. Move point forward, arg words. Okay, so and if we pass it something negative, a negative number, it will go backward. Okay, fine. So here, I imagine, I'm not sure, but if I put 3, this will work. But we can do something is to copy these things. I put my cursor here because what we want to do now is to write a command that when we are at the beginning of foo, this will remove foo bar baz. Okay, the next 3 words. So I put there, and I want a function or a command that moves the point of 3 words, and then we give the point we are after running this. So eval the expression at the bottom. We passed this one, and look at the cursor at foo, at the beginning of foo, and we hope it will end up at the end of baz. And this is what we have. So maybe we did it wrong. Okay, do it again. Minus 2. Let's say we think that minus 2 will move before bar. We do it. This is what we want. We are confident. So here we kill the region from the point we are, and we move 3 words forwards, and we return the point to be the end of what we kill. Okay, now we evaluate last expression. We have it. So as we put into active, this command is defined. Now we call it kill next 3 words. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it works. So this is what we wanted to do. So maybe last thing, because generally when we do that, we want to bind it. Maybe global. Wait, we put that again. Up global set key, and we can anyway we bind it to F1. This is maybe not the binding that we are going to keep, but kill next 3 words. We evaluate, and now if I describe, let's go use again the function to call the describe key binding. Control H K, Control F1. Oh, we have bound Control F1 to that function that takes no arguments and has no docstring right now. So we can go here and use it. So you're ready? And this is it. So I hope you get value from this video. I love reading codes. I hope that you are doing it too. If you haven't started to do it either for Emacs Lisp or for other kind of language programming, give it a try. Start small and really with the time it pays off, and also it's really super fun to read the code and spend some, to me, to be honest, it's just that I think that I feel that I'm spending time with other programmers that wrote the code, so it's super cool. So I highly recommend it. Have a nice day and see you next time.